2013 was a really exciting year for the growth of UK solar, with an end result of around 1.45 gigawatts deployed. For Trina, that was an exciting. We were very much a big part of that. And we're number one brand throughout 2013, and of course we very much hope that's going to continue in 2014. The UK solar market is going from strength to strength across all sectors. We continue to have very heavy deployments on large scale, but also we're looking now, there's a lot of new entrants into the commercial scale with financial packages, etc., that will unlock that space. And residential now is running very nicely. It's somewhere between 6 and 8 megawatts on a weekly basis. With things as they stand, we're predicting something like 2.5 gigawatts by the end of 2014. However, if the commercial area really takes off, we could look at 3 gigawatts. We get to that, we're bigger than Germany, we're easily the biggest market in Europe, and we'll go up 1 or 2 places in the world standing as well. I think the UK market has really benefited by actually being a later entrant into the solar space. Because what we've done is we've learned the lesson from the boom and bust of other European markets. So what we now have, despite having some little hiccups and so on with feed-in tariff in 2011, what we now have is a situation where we have great stability, predictability, and a regulatory framework that works across the sectors, with the exception at the moment of lower than anticipated deployments on commercial roofs. But as I said earlier, there's a lot of work going on in that space to unlock that deployment. It's not just about DEC. It's about the industry itself being able to overcome the barriers. There's a lot of work being done on both sides. Yes, of course, we need an attractive incentive scheme through DEC, and they need to make sure that we have that. But outside of that, a lot of it is for the industry itself to understand what the drivers are within that commercial space, to understand the relationship between the leaseholders and the actual owners of the building, and be able to deal with both the sort of legal barriers, but also the practical barriers about who gets the energy, who uses it, and how that saving is really made. But as I said already, there are a lot of people been around here, so I've spoken to a lot of investors and so on, that are now putting together some very exciting, slick deals that will go out and open that space up. So I would say, watch this space, and that's to say, I'm really excited about the commercial space. It's the one bit that we haven't seen the deployment. If you look at the German model as an example, you drive around Germany, so many of the commercial roofs have got PV. It's not the same here. So we need to put that right, and I think this will be the year of commercial rooftops coming good. It's the same as, there's always going to be an early adopter. We recently did a project with Greggs Bakers, and we've done a case study on that. And on the back of that case study, we've had a lot of retail inquiries. The delivery partner on that was Solar Advanced Systems, and I know that they now have a busy order book on the back of doing that. So you're absolutely right, there is a snowball effect. I can see great growth all the way through to 2020, and it's a very, very realistic prospect of us getting that 20 gigawatts deployed by 2020, providing we can get the balance on the grid, and that needs a balance between residential, commercial and large-scale solar, and I think everything's in place to make that happen. We should all be very excited about the future. Trina certainly is.